Good morning, everyone. I'm Raven KM Lorena, and today I'll be presenting a topic on IP and web security, starting with authentication and protocols. So, what is authentication and protocols? Authentication protocols verify the identity of users, devices, or systems before giving access to resources. They prevent unauthorized access by requiring credentials like usernames, passwords, or tokens. For example, logging into Gmail uses an authentication protocol to confirm you're the real account owner. So, common authentication protocols. So, first is uses Kerberos uses a trusted third party to issue encrypted tickets or secure access. Second, OAuth 2.0 allows third-party apps to access your info without sharing your password. Reuse used in enterprise networks to authenticate users logging into systems. Example, using Google Login to access YouTube on your TV uses OAuth 2.0. Another important method is multi-factor authentication or MFA. MFA requires two or more ways to verify your identity, something you know, password, something you have, phone, or something you are, fingerprint. It adds an extra layer of security to prevent hackers from breaking in even if they get your password. For example, online banking often uses a password and sends a code to your phone. So, what is IP security architecture or IPsec? IPsec is a framework of protocols uses to secure communication over IP network like the internet. It provides confidentiality, encryption, integrity, protection from tampering and authentication. For example, companies uses IPsec to, to ensure secure communication between branches over the internet. IPsec components. There are two IPsec components, which is the AH, Authentication Header, and ESP, Encapsulating Security Payload. So what is Authentication Header? It confirms that the data came from the right source and wasn't changed. And what is Encapsulating Security Payload? Encrypts the data so others can read it. For example, ESP protects confidential emails sent between departments in a company. IP security in reuse. IP security is commonly used in VPNs, virtual private networks. It enables secure communication between remote users and central servers over public networks. For example, a student studying remotely uses a VPN to safely access school resources. So, how IP security works? IP secures data using two modes, transport mode and tunnel mode. Transport mode. It encrypts only the data payload of the IP packet. Tunnel mode. It encrypts entire IP packet for more protection. Example, tunnel mode is often used between two networks or routers. Example, two offices or two branches. Protocols used in IPsec. So, they are two that I did here, but there are more examples. So IKE, Internet Key Exchange, sets up a secure connection by agreeing on encryption methods. Diffie-Hellman securely shares encryption keys over an insecure network. For example, IKE and Diffie-Hellman allow two computers to agree on how to encrypt data securely. So, what IP security protects against? IP security benefits. First is eavesdropping. reading your data. Second is tampering, changing your data. Replay attacks, resending old messages. For examples of this is a hacker trying to intercept VPN data will only see unreadable encrypted content. They cannot see your original contents. For the next is Introduction to SSL and TLS. So what is SSL? SSL is secure socket layer and TLS is transport layer security. Encrypt data between your browser and websites. So TLS is upgraded and more secure version of SSL. So one example of this is the lock icon in your browser means your data is protected by TLS. How SSL and TLS works? First, the client browser sends a request to the server. Second, the server provides its digital certificate to prove its identity. And third, a secure session is created using the encryption. Example, when buying something online, TLS keeps your card details private. Online shoppers like Shopee, Lazada, and eBay other and many more onlines that uses card informations or personal informations. So, what is the difference of TLS and SSL? SSL 2.0 and 3.0 are outdated and no longer secure, while SSL, or should I say TLS 1.2 and 1.3 are currently used in most secure websites. Example, website like Facebook, Gmail, and Amazon use TLS 1.2 and 1.3 for encrypted communication. So, why SSL and TLS matters? SSL and TLS matters because it prevents hackers from stealing sensitive info during transmission. It builds trust between websites and users, especially for login or payment pages. For example, without TLS, a hacker on public Wi-Fi could steal your password when you log in into your email and your other accounts. So, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I am Raven King M. Lorena, your presenter from BSIT 3A.